A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your... He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And...
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out-of-Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. Cutting edge. You can make something from that. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says you should take care. Says they're cautious of non-allies. Cautions you that the Sifu may be a little impatient today, as bad news has just come in. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense your... The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's... He was hoping you'd join them. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still... Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can... Says
Talitina nupsunui.
Let's see. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. All fired up. You're harmed. Faster than ever. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
How are you?
He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been... He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better... He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let... But you need... Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
huri kumbala mua.
She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove.
Tukonda.
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Mustiki muhka.
She'll see you at the village square.
Yo no massa man barut.
She says that's good. With a passion for learning, here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking. You should look for things that are recyclable. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says he can work wonders with almost anything and up. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided. He's looking. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Kanaruta.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on.
Kialdo mal sana yote.
She wants you to grow up and start.
Kamonu.
She won't live forever, you know that.
Minalagi mamuru.
You've. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where. That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it. There's no way. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for. The most important thing is. It's time. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Fyodor.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Kun
He wishes that was...
Etchine.
He He's curious to... He says whatever... He says it's about time you learned how, and... The style might be... You should...
Sadurutu.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Kodotuku.
Says being on time would be better. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left.
Ariaroche nui mumera.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Brumblena marsamambo mundo.
Thank...
Andro?
Been work...
Asil natu.
You should... Catchy.
Ignavaldo.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Tropalo.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Tukonda.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever...
Beri?
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
Volakamu numrutna.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Pala.
Says a good rest. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Kudutuku.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You could... Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you need... Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Try not to get turned around in the dark. Bash down! can do this. Muscles like steel. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place. And then just, well, small ones. Places like this would... There must be a track somewhere in this brick. You might have to make your own path. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Let's see. It's beyond late. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right. This box once tailed a chugger-chugger. Now it's just off track. Flash the slash. It's so much brighter without the night. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bonker Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Might want to fall back. Look at that, right in the chug yard. Follow the rails and you'll find all sorts of little treasures scattered all over the place. Who do you think? You're not the first wanderer in these parts. Good work finding that track. They can teach you so much about the world. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. Nothing's more important right now than this. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see. Whoa, smell that? Biohazard nearby. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I... Oh, and he says he knows you. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle. He understands history made Loopa Loopin a... You still believe there's some good in it. He says you should know that what's meant to be will...
Fan that flame!
Wait, no!
I've got all the cold sick...
Oh, do you have to
I don't have to.
Hard to... Grateful to you. Wonders if you liked working with the... But that's not important. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to... He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against... You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make... There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. You feel bright-headed now. That's the leftover you're looking for. Take it as easy as you can. You'll hard to do anything without air. You always find good use for things like that. Feel the wind. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater, Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, something. The best way to find Squid. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone. Gizmo thinks. A mobile fortress. Feels like something's about to happen today. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. That over there is Steepo Deepo, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. A great thing even better. Everything looks stunted round here. Curious about what's up there?
Forse il mo.
Let's see. This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says he's a monster haunter. The best you'll ever see. Moog. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Other claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and he's afraid you're just as stubborn as them. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature. He's right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty... Fortunately for you, there's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself. Says you stick to the haunting and shots... Save your energy. Imagine. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Nice shot. Why walk on your own legs? A moon could make this a hunter's night. There's a place and time for everything, but for that city scenario, it's already come and gone. Some places a Mekton just can't go. Mount up. Bang Shelter 7B is still there, open and ready to shelter. Smirked! Punch cage. Keep filling your air holes. Grin and bear it. Running low. Much better. Body blow. Take it as easy as you can. Sometimes you've just got to start over. Sure useful. Steady, tready as you go. Hey, nice shot. Boom, boom. Shouldn't take much more. So much better than legging it. A mekton makes such a long-legged ride. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. Wait, it's the Scrip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Weapons. Enough of that. Gross. This place stinks. Gonna need a key of some kind. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. The scrap keeps piling up. Look what you got. A critter. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Someone's going to get hurt. If rain gets any worse, you could dissolve.